Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Falcons take over first down kick at their own 24-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They go play action. Here's Penix. To the sideline and secured by London. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now the give for Bijan. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. He cuts it back right. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. They'll run again with Montgomery. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Coming right is Gibbs. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's the game of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And there's a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Goff. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Goff now on 3rd down. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Another carry for Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Robinson up the middle. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying for it with Penix. That's cut beyond the marker. It'll be the 1st and more. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Raymond on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He finds Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Shotgun snap here to go. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. 2nd and 6 now. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Looking for the back that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
We'll have him gain about a handful there. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. they're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for them at the 38. A toss now to Robinson. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 2nd and 3 now. Play action. Here's Penix. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He'll throw it. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe 2 more snaps. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. One last play before the break. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They give to Montgomery to start the drive. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Offense up to the line fast. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
And he's got this down to the 40. Working quickly here.
He was brought down by Keenan Ellis.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they can't chomp to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kid, one of the things I'm most proud of coming on the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it, and they just showed up on that run.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Now a pitch to Gibbs, and he's in for the touchdown. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. McCloud now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. This is Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll run it with Bijan. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Falcons with the football. They're leading, but not by a ton. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's brought down after getting this to the 17 into the red zone. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Robinson. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Into the hands of Gibbs. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions down by 7. Second and 6 coming up here. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
They've got first down from the 31. Montgomery now up the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Setting up to pass. Laporta with the grab. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Back to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. He'll look to throw it. This is complete to Patrick. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, when you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return starts from the goal line. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Goff trying again here after the pick. And that pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A well-earned win for the Falcons, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
I came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks, the A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success to promote it, to just do it. Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Muscles by at the 25. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Darnold looking to start with a pass. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He lets one go deep for Addison. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry now for David Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Goff. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's gone. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now he's forced out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. 6-0 our score after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score at Vikings.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Goff now looks to throw. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Everybody wants to sack the quarterback and get their stats up and put a guy on the ground, but sometimes the rush, the pressure, gets the job done just as effectively. Didn't have a clean throwing lane, forces an incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection. This is always a tricky angle for a right-footed kicker because he's trying to draw it to the center of the uprights, but instead he pushes it to the right, and it's no good.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That one complete to Naylor.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. Back to throw, Darnold. Steps away to his left. That's caught downfield by Addison. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now it's Darnold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Again, Darnold. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Darnold now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Darnold. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And this one is right through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. In motion goes Patrick.
Goff now to throw.
Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Pushing his way through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Goff.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Goff. Flush to his right. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession? Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the gun, here's Goff.
Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Here's Goff.
Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Again, Goff. Into the hands of Patrick, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick, 36 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Oh, Darnold loses it.
And this is scooped up by the... And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 5. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Darnold.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he's out of bounds right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Darnold. forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
To throw is Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Goff now to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he will have a Lions 1st down, and that's the one that should seal a victory.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A gain of 14. And the Lions 1st down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Broken glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winner's tree.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. Back to throw. Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. To throw is Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9.
Throwing again is Goff. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
Second and 5.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 41, here's second and 6. The give, right side for Gibbs.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He finds his man complete. It's Gibbs. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second and 1 now from the 21.
Gone. Flushed out right. Open man right side is St. Brown. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Montgomery. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Montgomery. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Montgomery going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Bates' kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To the air, Allen. They got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here's Allen to throw it. That's to Cook out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Coleman, the man in motion right. Throwing now is Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Goff now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now they'll try to run a reverse here. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Allen going to go on 4th down. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. And again, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Allen going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Allen.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Allen again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 47 yards. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead.
Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles? Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Now gone. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. He's on his way.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Allen now looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills will add to their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Here's 1st and 10.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 45-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Play action. It's gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here now, 3rd down.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Breaks a tackle and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's gone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Back to the ground, this time Cook.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Allen to throw.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that.
It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.
I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em glow, stop overthinking, these can't with you. Get 'em glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow, slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, glow, two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow, no competition, these stale. Yeah, glow, curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow, say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow, keep running circles around these snails. Yeah, glow, and my bumping up in the jail on the gang, glow. Yeah, glow.
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh no, where we get the bag.
pay attention. I was 17 and had them shipping the benzin. I was 16 eating steak with Russell Simmons. I was 15 in the basement with a vision. I could
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Out of the gun, Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
An extra point try now for Moody.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already. as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Let's go now.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Here's 3rd and 9.
To the air again. Goff.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Purdy. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Here's Goff.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Goff looking to change the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The throwing here, Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Goff now looks to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Goff going to keep it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Purdy now to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's Purdy.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Purdy off the play fake. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there, as the first half is winding down.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Back to throw, Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Final play of the half. Purdy. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. McCaffrey. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Again, McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Come on!
Out of the gun, Goff. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. A shotgun snap for Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fred Warner. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Greg Reynolds to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing right away here, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
They kick the running back in motion. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he'll make the fair catch. Didn't make it to the 50. This one just short of midfield. So no return on that punt. And the Lions more than happy to take over in enemy territory. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense in the hurry up here. They go play action with Goff. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good for a gain of 5. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 34. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
4th down, Goff throwing. Throw is caught by the back. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
So simple, yet so hard to defend, Kate. They line up, they play smash mouth, and they get the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Lions facing a 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get some late points and the lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Greg Reynolds to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He'll cobble together a yard there. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Goff on 1st and 10. He's trying to push the field. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Throwing is gone. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. It's a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. Throwing for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Reynolds with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They give to Gibbs on the option. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Offense up to the line fast. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's brought down at the 44. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 28-yard gain. First down is right.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. Another one for Gibbs. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Working quickly here. Third down run by Gibbs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Lions first down.
On first down, it's Goff. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions are going to take over after the interception.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Running back sent in motion. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Finds a big lane. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Quite...
There's a girl in my backyard. I could run fast but won't get far. My mom thinks that I'm an animal. I'm just looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Hey, hey, baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a... She wanna all day.
Hey, 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 hey. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Hey, hey, baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation. Man, what a hell of a year it's been.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success, come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Shotgun handoff to Piron. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Flush down out to his left. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Pacheco. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 6 now. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Gibbs with a first down and more. He's at the 30. The 10. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions start off well to tie things 7-7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. McCole Hardman now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Hey, 43. Hey, Riblet.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Yellow.
Second and 10 now. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they bring him down around the 34. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Yellow.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive.
Hey, 57. Attack.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying for a touchdown here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Carlton Davis. And the Lions get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Gone. That's complete to Sam Laporta. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. First down from the red zone. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. This one intended for the running back. So it's second down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hardman with a return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
15. Yellow. Right side.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left.
Right side.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finds his man Rice. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Attack.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Chiefs are on the move here. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That play good enough for a first. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Pistol now for Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday. Easy. Hey, 57, color, 57.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. Caught by the open man. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
First and 10 now from the 30. They give up the gut to Montgomery. Ooh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Second and 13. Finds him over the middle. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw from Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. They kick the running back in motion. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They go play action with Goff. He puts some juice on it deep. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Back to throw it. On the move, headed right. He tucks it and takes off.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
15. Hey, 43. Yellow.
A final throw before the break. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Greg Reynolds to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Montgomery now up the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Working quickly here. On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Again, it's Gibbs. Flies past the first, inside the 30. There it is, touchdown Detroit! The Lions take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, I think they would have been happy just getting a new set of downs, Brock. Instead, he hits a home run.
And you know this, Kate. I love run plays on this down and distance because you usually get man-to-man. And what happens with man-to-man, those guys turn their backs, and if you get a lane, you get a shot, big plays can follow.
Point after, up and good from Bates. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
15. Yellow.
3rd and long for Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A dose of the hurry up offense here.
15. Hero 15.
He'll throw it. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain on the play that time, and it'll be 3rd and 12.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the shotgun, gone. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. They're set up at the 35 now. This is Montgomery running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He lets a heater go deep. Middle of the field. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Yellow.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Here are the Chiefs facing a massive 2-point try.
43! 43!
They send the tight end in motion. Mahomes throwing for 2. And he reels it in for 2, so now a field goal will get them the lead. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Value 3! Value 3!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's brought down up across the 40. They've got to keep moving quick here. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. A give now to Montgomery. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
a lead. It would be aspirin to break your feet. If I was to ask for Megan Thee Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bruh. Now back in the days of old me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not